Over the past 6 months, I have been thinking of starting a small business. For those of you who are in the same position, likely we would start with some research because we have lots of questions in our mind. We are so overwhelmed and we don't know where to start. So today, I would like to share a research framework that I have found to be very helpful in navigating this brainstorming process. This research model is introduced by Huawei, the mega Chinese technology company. The process includes looking into these 5 areas: market, customer, competition, self, knowing your competitive advantage, and based on the above 4, we see if there is any opportunity opened for us. So first, we look at the market. The purpose of this is to predict future market trends and identify potential opportunities and challenges. And specifically, we look into estimated market size of the product or service you are selling in a particular area, stage of industry life cycle. Ideally, we don't want to enter an industry that is dying or overly saturated. For example, in China, bubble tea is a very popular drink, and there are many bubble tea brands, most of which are franchised. The market is so saturated that there is little or no room for newcomers. Trend. Is this a growing industry, steady demand, or is it shrinking? Is there any new technology emerging that may potentially change the game of the entire industry? Regulation and policies. Any specific regulations imposed by your local government that you need to be aware of? Where can we find this information? If the industry you want to enter has any publicly traded companies, for example, if you want to enter the pet food industry, you can check out the annual reports of companies such as Chewy. On their annual reports typically include a section that offers insights on the industry overview. I will walk you through an example. Let's say if I want to research about the pet food industry. I will then Google about the public companies of this particular industry. Here are some of the listed companies. We can then Google its annual report. Here we use Chewy as an example. We can only find the one for year 2022 because the one for 2023 won't be out until March of this year. When we look at the report, usually at the very front of every annual report, the company would discuss an overview of the business and the industry. We can see the company's analysis on consumer behaviors, on market trends, and how the macroeconomy is affecting this industry. The company also discussed opportunities remaining. Public companies spend lots of money on researching the industry and the market each year, so we can just borrow this information from them. There are also industry reports available from LinkedIn and other major consulting firms, but they would cost a few $1,000s to buy. You can request a free sample just to get a quick overview. Monitor social media trends. You can also check social media platforms to see if there is an increasing number of people talking about the products or services you are selling. An example would be Tab Chocolate.
21 years old and I'm worth millions and millions of dollars, and it's like, holy shit.
This guy's about to make $7 million online selling sex chocolate. These guys actually get how to market on the internet.
The founder found this trend on TikTok that is a very heated topic, but the market for sex chocolate back then was almost empty. He saw this opportunity, and now he's doing over $10 million sales annually. You can also consider hiring an industry professional to share insights about a particular industry. If you are starting your very first small business, such as a cookie business in your community, don't worry too much about delving too deeply into industry research. You can skip this part and focus on finding your customers. Next, we look into our target customers. The purpose for this is to know more about who we are targeting and where to find them, so will be helpful in formulating our marketing strategies later on. Specifically, we will look into the following 4 aspects: who they are, your ideal customer avatar, their demographics, where they live, occupation, income level, interests, value. Who are your target customers? How would you define your core customers, casual and potential customers? What they want, problems they are facing, or needs that are yet to be met, existing solutions that partially address those problems and needs, where to find them, or how can you reach out to them? Type of media they usually consume. Is it traditional media or social media? How they usually shop, online or in-store. This will affect how we plan our marketing strategy. What they care about, or what are the factors that affect their purchasing decision for the type of products or service you are providing, such as quality versus price, customer experience, or recommendations by KOL. If you know who your customers are and where to find them, try talking to them in person is always the best. For example, if you are targeting someone like your mother, You can talk to her and her friends, see if they like your product or service. Another way is to check out customer reviews on Amazon and on your competitors' websites. Pay particular attention to low-rating comments to see what customers are complaining about regarding your competitors' products. And social media is definitely a good place to hear the voice of consumers. I want to quickly show you an example on Reddit. You can just type in the products that you are interested in. In this case, I will use baby product as an example. I've been using different examples during this video because I want to show you what information we are able to find on the internet. Here are some good posts, products parents they have that don't exist yet, and product features that they dislike about. I think it will be helpful in seeing things from the consumer perspectives and will help us to find better product market fit. Next, we look into existing competition. We break this into two parts. The first thing we look at is the competitive atmosphere, how market share is distributed in this industry, whether there are any leading companies taking up a significant portion of the market. If not, the industry's market share is distributed among many small to mid-sized companies. It usually means there is room for new players like us. An example would be, if I try to sell soft drinks, it would be very difficult because the market is dominated by major players. But if I try to start a press-on nail business, there is room for it. Next, we look at existing firms in the market. Do they have competitive advantage that are very hard to be replicated, that stops new players to enter the market? It could be their supply chain, brand, customer. Then we can divide our competitor into three categories. The industry benchmark, the best player in the industry, what have they done well, and what we can learn from them. Your direct competitor, the core competitor after entering the market, and also your direct benchmark. Hostile competitor, products or services in the market selling at the lowest price and quality. They represent the lowest level products or service that your customers can accept. Where to find this information? Beside Google, and you can also check ads library on Facebook. It will display all the ads in a particular country. So, after we look at the market, customer, and competition, then we can do self-assessment to see what comparative advantage we have. These are the areas you can look into to see where you have advantages over others. Starting capital, skill set, audience, which can significantly lower customer acquisition costs. Supply chain advantage, such as you know where to get low-cost product. Brand, distribution channel. Opportunity is based on a comprehensive analysis of the previous 4 thorough assessments. What is the best possible opportunity for me at this moment? Because our energy, money, and resources are very limited. It is impossible to do everything, so we must choose something that best match with our current situation.
Warren Buffett says life is like a snowball. The important thing is finding wet snow and a wee long hill.
So that's all my sharing. If you watch until now, I believe you are somewhat serious about starting something. It is not easy, and we have so much fear because we always think that we're not ready. But the thing is, we will never be fully ready. We always learn from experience and learn through the journey. And if you are also thinking of starting a small business, let me know if you find this video helpful, and share anything that I didn't mention today. I would love to learn from you. Thank you so much for your time today, and I will see you next time.